fucking do. And we are still here 2 years later. All right? Talk all the shit you want. But we move proper. We move proper. WGA moves properly. We're legit. We are legit. And we are still a fucking force to be reckoned with. And I dare you to fuck with us because we fuck you up. I guarantee it, we will fuck you up any day of the week, baby. Bring it the fuck on. We will put you in the fucking dirt. 6 feet fucking under. We will fuck you up. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you're not WGA, get the fuck out of the live. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You're with us or you're against us. And you don't want to be against us. Okay? We'll fuck you up. Any day, any night. We'll fuck you up. And I love it. I love it. Kuhn is passed out, yeah. He's out cold. But I'm not lying, okay? I say it and I mean it. I appreciate and I embrace the challenges, but WGA is elite. And I dare you to fuck with us. I dare you to fuck with us. Because we just fuck around and we let you find out, you know what I mean? We fuck around and we let you find out, and it's great to see. It's such a humbling experience. I love to see it. I love to see it. Bianca, that is very true, and honestly, fuck it. Fuck it! Fuck it! Oh, I wish Echo was on live right now. Oh, is it Echo on or is it Elizabeth on? Is it Echo or Elizabeth on right now, ladies? Is it Echo or fucking Elizabeth? Let me know. If it's Echo, we're going at him. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We're going at Echo. It's Echo? Oh, it is? Oh, good. Good. Ladies, bombard him. Let him know we want him. We want Echo. We want this fuck. We want this fuck, alright? Let this guy know we want him. We want him. EKOW. Echo. We want that fuck. Alright? Come on! He knows. I don't give a fuck him. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, his invitation is off. He has his invites off. You know what that means? He's a fucking scared kitten tonight. Echo is one scared kitten tonight if he has his invitations turned off. That's a bitch move. That's not even a... That's like... What a fuck. Who turns their invitations off? What a... Come on. Come on. Egg 'em on. Egg 'em on. A noise complaint? Fuck it. Bring it on. I don't even care. Coon's already sleeping. Let's talk about how adorable you is. Well, thank you very much, Amy. I appreciate that. He didn't last night? He didn't what? What didn't he do? How does Coon sleep? He's intoxicated, that's all. That's it, that's all. I am definitely intoxicated myself. For sure. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. We are Should we get Charlie in here? This guy gets busy, you know what I mean? We gotta catch him before the prime time comes in.
Buddy Alex, let me say, you're our highlight tonight. You are our highlight tonight, man. Fill us in on some info. What's going on? What's up?
Me and Jake Kuhn, as you can see, this guy right here, right now.
Is he knocked out?
We're sitting in Montreal. We took a last second trip to Montreal and to Quebec, and we're feeling like, needless to say, we're feeling pretty good tonight. But like, this is all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. That's definitely. I don't know what y'all did yesterday, but golly. Or was the trip long? Like, how long was the trip to Montreal?
Dude, so like it was like an hour and 15-minute drive to like the train station, and then from the train station to our final destination, it was like just under 5 hours. So it was about like a 6.5, 7 hour journey, but like it was worth it, you know, like it went by way quicker than like what you actually like experienced, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm assuming you guys just spending the weekend there?
Yeah, exactly. We're heading back on Sunday, so we took a full advantage of the first class train tickets and the drinks that came with that, and tonight we made friends with the bartender tonight at the hotel bar, and we're feeling pretty good, you know.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Is that your first time on like a long-term train ride?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was.
Man. Oh, it's gonna be a fun. What do you have planned for the weekend? Like, what are you doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Just exploring like the town, the city?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we don't have like anything like big booked and like, you know what I mean? Like nothing like super solid planned. It's kind of just like playing it by ear and seeing what like people want to see, and you know what I mean? Like just kind of playing it by that. But
yeah, just going with the flow.
Like realistically, we booked this trip without even having a place to stay, and then like an hour out from Montreal, we're like, okay, let's book a place. You know what I mean? So it's like it was just a complete impulse and spontaneous decision, and we were just like, let's just do it.
Yeah, and sometimes the funnest days are the days that are just not planned, where you just go and you're like, whatever happens, it happens. Let's just go. I don't really have any plans. We're just going, see what happens.
That's just it. That's just it. Man, we need a reunion though, bro. We need a reunion.
We do. So, buddy Alex, I'm out in California now. I'm here. This is my first time I've ever been in my own place. I leased an apartment for a few months. And I started that a couple weeks ago, and I'm here, you know, for a little bit. And it's my first freaking real move. Like I did this on my own. And I'm on the West Coast now, so I'm a West Coast guy for a little bit.
Look at this guy, eh? Look at this guy. Big moves. Big moves.
Yeah, so it's exciting. It's definitely a change of like. It's definitely a big change. Like going from like New York to Florida is one thing, but when you go across the country, it's just like California's different. They just built different over here. And like it's gonna be cool the next few months because it's still gonna be pretty like, you know, nice weather here because like October and November is still beautiful here. So it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a good experience, and we're gonna be bringing this Phoenix crew all the way to the moon, baby. So
all the way to the moon. That's it. That's all.
100%, buddy.
Oh, man, good for you, man. I'm happy for you. That's a big move for sure. Like, that's good stuff, bro. I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you so much. And you know what I realized is like, listen, I know we talk about this all the time, but just in case anybody needs to be remembered, man, like we only have one life. Like it goes quick as heck. Listen, me and buddy Alex, we were in Florida a year and a half ago, over a year and a half ago or something like that. It just goes quick, and you got to do what makes you happy. You got to do what excites. You got to do what you enjoy. You got to have that positive influence on the world. You got to do what makes you happy. So like, you really got to go for it, because listen, you don't want to regret. I don't want to regret. And so listen, you got to make it happen. You just got to go for it, and you'll be so glad that you did.
That's so true though, man. I mean, you're a prime example of it. Kuhn and I are a prime example of it. It's like, hey, we had no idea what was going to happen. We just had like, you know, like a general idea of where we wanted to go, a goal, whatever. We quit our jobs. We did this, and then everything just kind of exponentially exploded from there. And it was like, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you have a vision, you have a goal, go for it, because it's like, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's ever going to happen until you do it. And it's like, only time's going to tell.
Bro, I can guarantee it.
That's the biggest thing. Like, time is going to tell. You can make as many projections or whatever you want, but nothing is going to tell the future like time. You know what I mean?
Exactly, dude. It's like the same thing when you decided that, hey, I'm going to go live today. You're not planning when you first went live. It wasn't like you're planning like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna go live, I'll go live with this kid Charlie, I'm gonna go live with this kid. No. And the same with me. I didn't know. I had no idea.
100%. Like, and I say this so much. I mean, like, maybe not as much as I should on live, but like, I say it a lot. The amount of times, and like, just like, even the fact, like, we were going live before the rankings or big gifts or anything was even a thing. So for people to even come in and start chirping about that, it's like, we've been doing that, okay? We've been doing that before. Like, it was even a thing. Like, when we were making nothing, we were still going live and still doing this shit. Like, it's like, you can't use that as an excuse against us, because we were doing it. Like, it's like, we weren't getting paid to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't bring this factor into it. It's like, we're not thinking about that. We're just sharing our life and our opportunities and everything, and trying to grow as a community, as like, whatever it is, as like a whole. So it's like, for people to come in and start saying like, oh, you're using it for, it's like, no, we've been here long before that. Like, we've been doing this. We've been doing this.
100%. And dude,
you know what I mean?
And like, for the mission for the Phoenix crew, listen, we have a mission over here, and it's my mission in life is to just bring more positivity and love into this world. It sounds simple and it sounds cliche, but it's something that I really hold near and dear to my heart, and I want to expand on that. I want to reach millions. I want to reach as many people as I can and build this Phoenix crew into the greatest thing that it's ever been. And listen, we started back way before that as well. And if you don't thoroughly believe in your mission, there's no way that you can stay consistent. If you don't truly believe in what you're doing, good luck staying consistent for a year. Good luck staying consistent for years.
There is absolutely 0% chance you're gonna have any longevity going into it if you have that kind of mindset. Like, you cannot have a selfish or greedy mindset. Like, it's like, you can't have it. Like, people see through it. It might work for you for like maybe a month, and then it's like, okay, you die out. But it's like, at that point, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
100%. Yeah, listen, there's always going to be people that are haters. There's always going to be people that are saying stuff. And you just gotta know that what your vision, you have your mission, you're doing what's pure to you. Like, for us, we have our long-term goal of just, bring more positivity and laughs and smiles into the world. I literally have as my bio on Instagram, do what makes you happy. Like, it's just, you gotta cancel out the noise, because there's always gonna be noise. Even if you are the most positive person in the world, you're still gonna have haters. You're still gonna have people that are upset that you're smiling. And listen, and I never even thought that would be something that like would be a problem like years ago, but I realized that, wow, like, there's some people that no matter how much you try to be positive and how much you try to like spread love and stuff, there's gonna be haters, but that's no reason to stop. That's no reason to stop your positivity. That's no reason to stop the smiles. There's no reason, like, when you walk past someone in the grocery store, to not smile, like, to not make someone laugh. Like, there's no reason for that. Just because of the small few that might be persistently negative or haters, like, you can't stop.
And like this is where I know you can definitely relate to as like a creator, where it's like you can definitely get lost very easily in the negative comments and like the negative reviews that you see or whatever. And it's like it definitely impacts your mindset and like the content that you start putting out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like where it's like it kind of like subconsciously it feeds into like your mindset. So it's like when you go to start making posts or whatever, like it's in there. So it's like even though it's not directly there, like it's indirectly there. And it's like it's such like a dangerous thing to get into the loop of, but it's also such a hard thing to like cut out everybody else's opinions of, and like, you know what I mean, and just do what you want to do and do what's working for you.
Yep.
And it's such a hard balance, but it's like if you can nail that down, one, you're going to be way happier in life, and two, you can find way more success in your life, like in that space, like, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, so for me, like the way that I think about it in my brain, like the way that I'm able to like don't get me wrong, negativity gets to everybody. There's always going to be like, however much you say that it doesn't affect you, it'll always affect you in some way. But the way that I sort of deal with it, and there's always constructive criticism in life. There's always a way to be constructively like try to help somebody for whatever reason. But to be negative, for you to go out and say something on someone's page and be completely rude and be completely negative, okay, that's coming from someone with it's not the right intentions. Like they've got something going on and they're trying to spew the negativity over to you. Okay, no one's coming on your page.
They're trying to like almost push their own excuse into your own situation. You know what I mean?
100%. And you have to be smart enough to realize that, like, someone that has a positive mindset and is loving and is caring, do you think that someone like that is really going to come onto your page and start saying some negative stuff, some hateful stuff about you? Get out of here. It's not going to.
And I mean, like, we've seen it, like, the proof is in the pudding, you know? Like, we can see people who are, like, evidently and truly there for, like, your actual overall growth, and, like, people who are there to, like, almost benefit off of the clout that you've got going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's very easily distinguishable between the two, because it's like, listen, man, I know you're just here because it's like we're booming right now, and it's like, okay, I know like you're here, but you've always been here. You know what I mean? Right. Like it's very easy to pick out the two.
100%. No, it totally is.
But at the same time, it can be very fucking tricky, man. Like, it's like some people fucking lay low, and it's like you don't even know, and then next thing you know, they're fucking throwing a knife in your back, and you're like, hey, yo, what the fuck just happened?
100%. That's where they get the term keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Like you don't know. Like sometimes you don't know. But I've heard that be thrown around.
That's just it. It's like it doesn't, like, all it takes is a little bit of life experience to like just like engrave that in your mind, and it's like, okay, true. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people really are like that, and some people are genuinely there for you.
Yeah.
But all you can do is just keep living through it and just experience and kind of learn from that, because it's like you don't know until it happens. You know what I mean?
And they say, you know, we say this in our lab a lot. We say that like positivity is contagious, and it totally is. Like when you see someone like laughing and having a good time, it's gonna make you want to laugh and have a good time. But if you see negativity and you see people being hateful and stuff like that, that also is contagious. So it's double-edged, you know. So you want to make sure that you have a strong community that, like, you know, we're built off of positivity and love, and you spread that contagious everywhere, because the world needs more of it. So.
Man, I've always strongly believed you are 80% of your environment. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're in a toxic environment, the odds are pretty good you're going to be pretty fucking toxic. But if you're in a pretty stable, like, you know what I mean, well-moving kind of environment, like things are going to be going pretty decent for you. Like your relationships are going to be decent. Like you're going to have good trust between other people. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just going to be different, where it's like you start like engaging with like these people who are a little bit shady and like start kind of hiding certain things, and it's like you can notice it, and it's like over time, like you start building patterns, and it's like you realize who somebody really is, where it's like if they're just straight up open from the front, it's a whole different story, because it's like, okay, you could still be doing like, you know, a shady thing here or there, but it's like at base value, you're still very upfront of how you are and who you are as a person. So it's like, okay, even if you are doing such a thing, who you're engaging with has an opportunity to like expand and learn off of what you're doing at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, say me and you are good friends, right? And I go out and I do something one night where it's like, okay, I might not necessarily agree with, but it's like, I don't disagree with. So it's like, it's kind of like that mutual ground where it's like, you know what I mean? But it's like the people that lack the communication, it's like you either split the one way or you split the other, and there's no in between. Like there is no helping the cause. There's nothing to benefit you. It's like you just absolutely severed a relationship, and it is what it is, where it's like that's where you go wrong. It's like everybody can learn something off of everybody's situation. Like even if you don't necessarily agree with it, it's like you can still take away something that I've been doing or that you see that could work out better. You know what I mean? Like it's like you don't necessarily have to follow the same fucking lifestyle, but it's like you can still take good key points off of what they're doing and contribute it to what you're doing.
Right. 100%. Yeah. Not everybody's going to agree on every single thing. Like even your best friends, like I like my best friends, like we also here in, well, back in New York, like we differ on a lot of stuff, but we agree to disagree sometimes. And, you know, it's not going to like ruin our friendship or anything like that. Listen, we grow from it and we learn that we, you know, like have different opinions on certain things, and it's totally okay. But dude, yeah, such a valuable conversation.
And like, not to get like all mushy and shit, but it's like, that's one big thing I've noticed in like the last like 5 years is like, it's a lot harder to have like very serious and like intimate conversation with friends without them taking it to heart and thinking they've like, whether it's they've fucked up really big or you fucked up really big and then they just split. You know what I mean? Where it's like people don't actually just talk it out and just see like the mutual sides of, okay, this is my side of it and this is your side of it. What's like, you know, what's the good in between? 100%. Like that does not happen a hell of a lot anymore. It's more so like, okay, this is my viewpoint. This is my viewpoint. I don't agree with it. Whatever. Okay. Split ways. Boom. And that's what happens.
It's it's a super valuable thing to be able to really talk something out and to just just talk about your how you feel. And to listen is another huge thing. To literally listen to someone is
for
something.
Sure. To not take it personal, where it's like, okay, they could be giving you constructive criticism, but don't take that to heart. Like it's like, hey man, like I see all this potential in you. Just try this out, do this. But it's like some people take that to like, oh, I'm fucking up. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this, and then they just completely shut down. It's like that's not the intention of what the other person was trying to do. It's more so like, hey, you know, like this could help you, this could benefit you, I've seen this work for me, whatever, you know, etc. Then it's like, but people shut that down so quick. They think they're very critical of it, and they just shut it down, and then that's it, that's all. And it's like, yeah, you're killing it right now. Like it's like, hey, like that's not the point of all of this. Is the point is to realize your flaws and keep going, and to show other people that your flaws are not gonna hold you back in life. Like it's like, hey, you're still good. You know what I mean? You're still good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that you could grow. Like people could change. People that really like, if you're a listener and you care about constructive criticism and try to be a better person each and every day, you can change. People change, and so it's not as common as like a lot of people would hope, but like people, if you really are a good listener and you really work hard at trying to become the best version of yourself, you change, and 100%, and yeah, so very, very interesting. And this is a very awesome talk we had, buddy Alex. I didn't know that I'd come on and have this such an inspirational chat right now.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like me and Kuhn talk about it all the time. Like it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Like, yeah, you could be presented with X amount of situations, X amount of whatever. But like at the end of the day, like everybody's presented the same opportunity, the same kind of thing. It's like it's really what you make of it. You know what I mean? Like it's how you personally perceive it and how you want to take the direction of it.
Yep.
So it's like
Yeah.
you could have the wealthiest parents, the best parents in the world, and it's like at the end of the day, you're not content with that lifestyle and you still join the street life. You know what I mean? Like it's like it really doesn't matter your personal social situation. It's like what you actually want to do as a person and like what you like actually want to accomplish. That's what speaks the volumes about you as a person, because it's like fucking anybody can go out and go to a gas station and fucking, you know, buy chips for a fucking another family or whatever. But it's like for somebody to actually like hold that mentality and continue to like show that kind of effort and do things that kind of express that mindset, it's like that's what separates that from like somebody who's just trying to kind of gain temporary, like, hey, like, you know, I'm helping out. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. And no, it's awesome that you bring that up. And like, I think that what were we were talking about this yesterday, how like, when you look at your life as a whole, and like, let's say, you know, you're like, you lived a full life, you lived a full and complete life, and you look back on your life, and one of the main things that you'll look back on, and one of the most important things, and the most important, is not only carrying out what you wanted to in life and doing what makes you happy, but what effect you had here on earth. Like, who did you make smile? How did you affect this world in a positive way? Whose life did you change? Like, who did you make smile throughout your life? Who did you make sure they were on a path to being okay, staying healthy, staying motivated? Who like helping other people and making sure that people are okay is such a huge thing, and like making sure other people are happy and wanting to make, of course you want to make yourself happy, of course, I understand that, but like your effect on this world has it's such a grand thing that we talk about it all the time, like having such a, like, I think it's one of the most important things, like your effect that you have on people throughout the course of your life, because that's what life is about. It's all about interaction and you know, and growth and help and positivity and love. That's why I know it gets cheesy, but like it's so true. Like that's what matters when you look back.
That's the thing. Like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you look at like the moments where it's like that actually mean shit. Like it's like, you know, not like the 5 seconds or 10, 15, 20 or 30 seconds that it's like, you know, of a moment that like kind of builds up. It's like, okay, yeah, that might be great and all, but it's like at the end of the day, like that's not actually what you're thinking about, you know? Like it's like on your day-to-day basis, your human interaction, what you're doing, like just like the smaller things, like everything that's smaller adds up and it overpasses the bigger instances that kind of happen. Like it's like, you know, you could meet somebody that you've wanted to meet all of your life, but it's like, you know, like if you have a good solid week of smaller interactions with local people that are traveling, whatever, I will guarantee you feel more fulfilled interacting with all of those smaller travelers or whatever you want to call them than you are talking to a big name celebrity, if that's somebody that you've wanted to meet all of your life. 10 out of 10 times you will be way more fulfilled talking to those travelers, giving them recommendations, doing whatever, like, you know, just giving them a friendly soul to talk to than talking to somebody that you've wanted to meet all of your life. 10 out of 10 times you will feel way, way, way better. Way better. And it's just like, it's just a good person thing to do, you know what I mean? Like it's like, hey, like don't get me wrong, you talk to your idol, it's a fucking incredible thing to do, that's fucking amazing, like props to you for doing that. But at the same time, you give help to a random person on the street, or you give a little bit of advice or whatever, that is a feeling that is just unmatched. Like it's like you can't match that. Like it's like it's almost like an indescribable feeling. Like it's like, oh, you feel very chippy, but also very like, it's such a hard thing to describe, but I know what you know. Yeah. Like I know you know what I'm talking about. You know,
I totally get it. It's like
it's such a hard thing to describe, but it's like you feel this like feeling of like like satisfaction and like, yeah, I don't even know how to word it, man. But
Yeah, no, it's like they say, okay, here, maybe I could help because it's essentially just loving like the little things, like the little interactions and being able to help out other, like giving other people advice, like simple stuff like that, like makes your heart feel warm. And the reason I believe that is like they always say that a giver's heart is like the warmest heart, someone that just wants to see other people happy and with no expectation in return. Like, so when you do these little, like these interactions and like you help people out with like recommendations, or you might give them some information that, you know, could maybe change their life in a grand way, or maybe even just a smile for that day. Like being able to deliver that is far more valuable than when you're looking back at your life than some like materialistic things. Like, trust me, the interactions that you have in a positive way are so much more substantial than some silly materialistic thing. Because I guarantee at the end of the day, none of the materialistic stuff matters. I guarantee it. The things and the effects that you had on people matter way, way more.
man, and like I can relate to that to like such a personal level where it's like, hey, like we've done like our fair share of traveling within the last 2 years, and it's like the personal recommendations that come in, like it's like, okay, like, you know, you see recommendations like here and there, whatever, and it's like, okay, you take them into mind. But it's like a lot of the ones that you see, like a lot of the times, like you start to like embed into your head. So it's like, you know, you go out, you do what so-and-so suggested, or like, you know, you're even in the same area, and it's like maybe you didn't even do the exact same thing that they suggested, but it's like it still kind of ingrains that into your head, and it kind of builds that other kind of relationship where it's like it's such a hard thing to describe, but it's like, you know, it's really like a very creator and viewer based kind of relationship where it's like, hey, like if you're a part of this community, you understand, and if not, you probably won't, and you might not ever, but it's just how it is. It's like, hey, like, you know, you've showed love from day one right up until now. Like, you know, like it might not show a significant impact, but we're still seeing you. We're still seeing what you're suggesting. We're still doing this, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it makes a bigger difference than what a lot of people realize.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. I love that. Yeah. We have that here, you know, like it's like the little things, you know, with the people that, you know, have been here with the Phoenix crew for years now, which is crazy that we say years, but literally years, which is giving me goosebumps. But yeah, no, it's the little things that you make, but you know, your community, your crew, your family, like it's those type of memories that you make on like being with like the crew for so long, and you know, you have like your little inside jokes, you have like the things that make you laugh, you know, certain things, and listen, and knowing about that there's going to be so many grand things to come in the future is another one, which you can get all into.
That's kind of the beauty of it too, eh? Because it's like you can kind of live your life as you want during the day, but it's like at the end of the night, you know, you can go live and you still have your solid community there. You know, it's solid. You know what's going to happen. You know how they react. You know how, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's such a nice, like, reassuring safe space where it's like, if you happen to catch a negative time frame where it's like, okay, you might not be in the best mindset or whatever, like, they are always there to pick you up and like kind of help you push through that. And it's like, it's such a great thing to see, like, and it's such a rare thing to see, you know what I mean? Like, so many people are just there for like either like just the gifts or whatever, but like we've been doing this for like before like gifting was like really even a big thing. So it's like we are very fortunate in the sense where it's like we have a very good community to pick us up when we're feeling like we're down. You know what I mean?
So blessed, buddy Alex. Like, you have no idea. Like, I thank my lucky stars every day, dude. I'm not gonna lie. You know, we've been going live, like you said, for a long time. There have been some times where, while we've been live, my head has been down like this. And we ended the live with big smiles. We ended the live with good times. We bring it in for a hug, like, which, listen, you can't get that anywhere else. You can't. I don't care what anyone says. You can't get that anywhere else. It's crazy. The things we got here is, you know, untouchable, man. And I'm so grateful. You've got such an amazing squad as well, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like, it's like we've both put in the time, the work. Like, it's like we've been doing this before battles or the rankings were even a big thing. Like, it's like for anybody to come in and say we're doing it just for that, it's like, you don't even know. Like, we've been here before this, okay? Like, we're the OGs of OG lives. Like, we've been doing this. We've been here, okay? So come out there and start saying like, okay, we're doing this just for the income or whatever. Like, you're so fucking far from wrong. Like, it's like we've been doing it before we were even making a cent on live. Like, it's like, we just do it because we enjoy connecting with the people, building relationships, and doing what we do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you can't even come at us from that front, because at the end of the day, all of us that are like our core group, we've all been doing it before it was even a big thing. So it's like,
oh, 100%. Listen, you just can't listen to the noise, dude. Can't listen to the noise no matter how much it tries to get in. It's just, it's tough. It's tough. You just can't listen to that kind of stuff. Like, dude, I remember back in the summer of 2021, I used to get on every morning after the gym, and this is before battles or anything like that. We used to get on, and I used to make one big, gigantic cup of lemonade, dude. In the middle of the summer, like June of 2021. Every day after I came home from the gym, I'd sit outside. The sun's like still 11 a.m., 10 a.m., and I'd turn the live camera on, and I'd sit there, and we'd go live until I finished the huge canister of lemonade. And we used to do that for like a couple months, and we just, every single day, we built a community, and that's some OG stuff right there. But dude, like, that just...
You see what I mean though? Like, those are the best kind of memories, man, because it's like, we'll never be able to replicate those kind of memories. Well, like, no matter how much we want to or how much we want to try it, we'll never be able to replicate that kind of stuff. Like, it's just like, we have to just think back at it and just cherish it, enjoy it, and make the most out of what came from those memories. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we're never gonna experience that kind of like adrenaline high or anything like that. Like, like, at least in the near future, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's such a rare thing to happen. And it's like, you can't take advantage of an opportunity. You have to appreciate it at every front and just help as many people out as you can along the way. 100%. And that is your best bet.
And at the end of the day, dude, when it's all said and done, and you know, it's your time, and you would give everything up to go back to the point where, like, let's say, go back to this moment in time. You know, you could let's say if you were working, like, working for a materialistic type of goal, you could work your whole life at working for it, and at the end of the day, you would give it all up to go back and to live a different way, or to go back and just relive memories. Like, maybe I approached what I was saying wrong, but what I'm trying to say is like these moments that we have, I would give at the end of the day, I would give everything up to go back and just experience again, to be able to try to have these conversations and like do new things, and like I just love the path that we're on here in the Phoenix Crew. I love having the new adventures every single day and not knowing what's coming in the future. I just love experiencing that. Like, I get so worked up that I know at the end of the day I would give everything up to come back to this moment. So it makes me want to live so like lively and vivaciously. I don't know if that's the right word, but like, dude, like, it's crazy, man.
No, it's so true though, man. Like, even for me personally, like, it's like, okay, like, I went from a guy that was living in like a very small town kind of atmosphere, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, like, you know, the biggest thing that people really do is go and play junior B hockey, you know what I mean? So it's not really big. It's not really a big kind of mindset kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, to accomplish the things that we accomplished in like the last 2 years and build like the relationships with like you, Dawson, like, and like countless other creators is insane, because it's like, that is the absolute last thing that anybody would think of from anybody that's around like our area. So like, it kind of like, it almost like, it didn't directly feed us, but it like indirectly fed us, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, we realize we're still out here and we're still doing this kind of stuff. And it's like, to a certain point, like after a little while, like, it not necessarily felt normal, but like, you know, you get more into a routine than what it is beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, it kind of just continues to build off of there. And then you start to see more reactions of people that you went to school with or good buddies or whatever. And you start to realize like, oh, it's like, okay, like we're actually sitting here, like we're doing something that like it's legit. Like it actually means something to people. Like it's not just, hey man, like let's just go out and post this. Let's just do this for fun. Let's like, you know, like it actually takes like that whole like kind of level of seriousness into it and slaps that into you where it's like, hey, wake up. Like other people are paying attention to you. They're basing some of their decisions around what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, it's because
you kind of gotta wake up and be more attentive to your surroundings and your situation where it's like, hey, like, you know, it's not just about you or your friends or your family. Like it's like, hey, you have a whole other like a mindset, set, everything looking at you. Like you gotta start thinking a little bit differently than just what's like expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and the reason why people like so many people say that like their lives have been changed is like with your team and your crew and here in the Phoenix crew, it's like because not only your intentions are like you have these big goals and these big dreams that you affect other people. When other people come into your life and they hear you about like your motivation or your future and what you want to do and your plans and stuff, it inspires people. The positivity that you guys have in there, because I hear it coming through all the time. It inspires people. It makes people feel warm inside. Like those are real tangible feelings. Those are real tangible things that people love, and you're inspiring other people and you're lifting people up to do those things as well. So it's a super admirable thing, and whoever tells you otherwise is wrong or jealous or hating. Like it is such, you seriously, I'm so serious. Like what you're doing is incredible. I don't like it for someone to say no, it's just they're just being a hater. Like you are changing people's lives, buddy Alex. Like seriously, you are changing people's lives for the better. So many people's lives. You have made so many people smile. You have changed people's lives for the better. And so I appreciate that, and your team, of course, appreciates that. You're an amazing guy, buddy Alex. And do not stop. Keep on going, man.
That's like likewise. You know, I could say the exact same about you. Like, you know, you are the epitome of not taking anything to heart and just keep going and just doing what you think is good and what's right. And you just keep going for it. And like all the props to you for that, because it's like, that's a tough thing to do. Like where it's like, okay, you know, other people might be saying this or that, but it's like, you always have that same mindset and just keep moving in that exact same direction. And it's very sturdy. And it's like, I understand why people gravitate towards that, because it's like, it just makes so much sense. Like, it's like, you're sturdy. Like, you know what you're going for. You know what you want. You know what's right. You know what makes sense. And you just keep going towards that. And you don't let any of like the external bullshit kind of like filter in. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're focused. You keep track of your personal daily workouts, your eating regimen, whatever it is, everything. And it all just builds up to like the kind of same goal at the end of the day. And it's like, a lot of people don't do that. And it's like, it's a lot more respectable than like what a lot of people see at face value, because it's like, it shows a lot of self-discipline. And it's like, hey, you have to be serious and you have to focus on this if you want to actually achieve this. Like, it's like, you might have all of the natural ability or natural genetics that you want, but at the end of the day, if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get the results. Like, it's like, you might have it for the first month or two, but it's like, it's going to plateau super quick after that. And it's like, you're not going to get it. Where it's like, you have the genetics, you have the natural genetics, you have the work ethic and everything, and you just keep working for it. And that's where it's like, it's inspiring, because it's like, you go from like, what's like, okay, like I could have a normal physique to like, hey, like I take this shit serious. Like, what's up? And it's like, okay, I have a fucking elite physique now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, I am that guy. You know what I mean? Like, you are that guy. But it's like, but it takes an extreme amount of dedication and perseverance and everything to just get to that level. Like, it's not just like, hey, like, you know, I want to do, like, you have to actually work towards that.
Hey, thanks, man.
It's not just
I really, really appreciate that. That does mean a real lot coming from you, buddy, Alex. I really do appreciate that. Listen, and I would 100 times out of 100 times say I wouldn't have been able to get to where I am if it wasn't for the Phoenix crew. And the Phoenix crew knows this, guys. Like, there have been some days where, you know, I have been down, I wasn't feeling my best. And this is why it's so important to have a support system. Buddy Alex, I know you've got an amazing support system over there. And you could also attest, listen, not every day do we wake up and we're like, oh boy, let's start the day. I can't wait to go to the gym. I can't wait to do this. There's some days where my head's on the table. And listen, but having a strong support system around you, and I know you have it. We have the Phoenix crew here. We work to lift each other up. It's like the rising tide. And the tide is the Phoenix crew, and the tide is your squad that we go along for. It lifts everyone up. Every single person comes up with it when you have that strong positivity, like web. You know, it's just, and it's like, it's real strong. We both got real strong freaking squads. And listen, it lifts us up, and I'm so thankful, man. So thankful.
Man, like, if you look at it like at a base value, like for a bunch of guys who have only met each other like a fucking handful of times, like it's like our relationships that we all have together, like, is incredible. Like, it's like, hey, we might have only met each other a fucking handful of times, but it's like we know each other so well. We have such a great bond between each other where it's like, hey, we might have only met each other in person maybe once, twice in person, but it's like at the end of the day, I still have your back more than people that I've known my entire life. You know what I mean? Where it's like we have that like mutual kind of respect and love for each other that a lot of people don't have. And it's just like that kind of like the way that we were kind of just doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like all the stars kind of aligned and we were able to meet, and it's like we've just made it work since then, and we're just making the most of it.
Dude, 100%. And it stems from these chats like this that we have, dude, where we really open our, you know, our feelings up. And thanks, Will. We really open our feelings up, dude, and we be honest, and we be true. And listen, because the feelings that we have, there's the feelings that so many have here in the Phoenix crew, so many in the We Go Along community and the family, like, and we come on here and we be our honest and true selves, and we explain how we feel. And, you know, everybody, we have people here who relate so much, and to have such an amazing family, both families come together like this and talk about these things. Like, we have been talking for 45 minutes about super important stuff, and like we got down to earth. It felt like 5 minutes, but we got really down to it. And we talked about some amazing freaking things, and I hope you guys benefited from this. I hope you guys smile from this. Like, I hope you guys got something from this. I hope you guys wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed, feeling ready to tackle the day better than the day before. And to that, I said thank you guys so much. Thank you to the We Go Along fam. I did not expect this. Thank you to Kuhn is here, but he's not. He's here. He joined. He is part of this. He is part of this.
And that's it right here. That's it right here.
So funny. But yeah, dude. Oh man. Good times, dude, but 100%. So, dude, enjoy freaking Montreal. It's gonna be so much fun. I want to hear all the stories. All right, you better tell me all of them.
Oh, you know, we'll let you in on the scoop for sure. We'll let you know.
I'm freaking excited. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. You guys are gonna have the time of your lives. Kuhn's just resting up because he knows it's gonna be a big day tomorrow.
That's just having a good nap. Just a good nap. That's all.
100%. So, dang, man. Good stuff. Good freaking stuff, dude.
It was great. It was great reconnecting with you. We have to run one again soon, bro. Let's run one again soon, and let's connect soon too. Let's make a trip or something.
100%. Listen, we got time. We got time to do it. We'll figure something out, dude. When you guys, you know, enjoy Montreal, enjoy, you know, what all it's got to offer. And then we'll figure something out too. We'll stay connected and we'll have a good time. Then we'll make some more memories with the entire squad. All
right, brother, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate Phoenix crew, and we will see you all soon, my boy.
All right, buddy Alex. Hey, take care. See you, Coon. Thank you for joining in. And to everybody in the We Go Along fam, we'll catch you guys soon, all right?
Adios, muchacho.
Peace out, buddy Alex. Bye, We Go Along fam. See you guys.
Yeah, like, I get it, but like, fucker. Come on, bitch. What the fuck? Pussy. Bring it the fuck on. Fucking chump change, motherfucker. Imagine having 2 mil and losing to somebody with 200K. That's rough. That's rough. Tell him that too. Fucking tell him that. Pussy. Sorry, I'm taking a piss right now. Also, I am also going outside for a drunk cigarette. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I'm going for a drunk dart. I don't give a fuck. I need a fucking dart right now. 100%. Where does Sweet Alex go? Gone forever. Are you nuts? We're in Montreal right now. There's nothing sweet about Montreal. It's all fucking savagery. I don't give a fuck! Coon. I don't give a fuck! He doesn't give a fuck either, apparently. Where's my fucking key? God damn it. Oh, I'll just take Coon's. I don't give a fuck. I'm going for a drunk dart. Let's go. He's out cold right now. Like, he's fucked. Right now. Give me 1 second.
Oh, buddy.
Un momento, por favor, Mr. Roll. Wait, what kind of hat is that? The Angels? Are you an Angels fan?
I'm a football fan, but it's all they had.
I'm going out for a drunk dart right now. I'm not even gonna.
Oh, you're juiced. He's juiced. He's juiced. Toilet Talks brought to you by the Schofield.
Dude. Bro, we made boys with the fucking hotel bartender tonight. Our guy hooked us up.
Watch the kid.
My boy hooked us up tonight.
Yeah, I can tell, man. You're feeling it. You're like me last night, buddy. Laughing. Woo! Is that the sweet?
Well, not quite. I'm not about to Uber a chick over here. You know what I mean?
Hey, I did it for us.
All the props. No, all the props to you. Like, me and Crude saw that, and we fucking loved it. That was great. That was fucking great.
We're looking for.
Dude, you gotta make that thing. You have to make Toilet Talks a thing.
No, it is a thing. I've talked about this with people, bro.
Was that your first session?
Yeah, it was just random, and I was saying to Money Phone before, I'm like, man, it's gonna get spicy. I don't know. I'm gonna make it spicy. I'm gonna fucking do whatever it takes.
You're fucking. I love you. That's why I love you, man. You're fucking a wild card. You're like me on the golf course. You could either break a club or break 80. You know what I mean?
Buddy, I'm breaking 80, trust.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, fuck. We need a little getaway, eh?
No, I know, man. I wish it was a little bit. Usually I'm
Like
ready.
not like a very last second kind of getaway, but like a proper getaway.
Yeah, and I'm ready. And I went to Montreal last year. It was nice, but French people trip me out.
It's kind of overrated, bro.
It is. It is.
Like I've only been here for like 26 hours, and it's kind of overrated.
Yeah.
It's fucking dead, bro. Look at this. This is the middle of the night on the street. Are you fucking nuts? Dude, if this was Toronto right now, it'd be bumping.
Thursday night, like you guys should be warming up the Friday sesh, man. Like it's terrible. I'm telling you.
Bro, Coon can't even fucking say hi straight right now. This guy can't even open his eyes.
Done.
He doesn't even know where he is right now.
Yeah, no, man. See, I felt like that last night. It was creeping up on me.
Yeah. But you had a good night, though. You had a good time.
Buddy, it was the best, man. People hated me, and I thrived the best under that.
That's where you that's where you thrive. That's where you thrive.
Thrive the most, bro. When there's sometimes too much love makes me uncomfortable, man. I was like,
Oh, you're fucked. All right, you fucking champion. I'll let you go fucking do your thing tonight, and we'll catch up. All right, we'll catch up.
You be safe, my man.
Oh, I'll do my best. I might end up at the fucking champion tonight or whatever the fuck it's called, the kingdom or whatever the fuck. I don't even know.
Where they dance for a little something, something.
Yeah, a little fucking
Oh yeah,
fireman's dance. You know what I mean? Go down
Oh,
the
you could go
pole.
live there, buddy. I'd throw a couple coins your way.
Oh, I probably can go live there. Are you nuts? I might.
Good luck, brother. Good luck.
Fuck. All right. Well, we'll keep you updated. We'll keep
You
in
tell your
touch.
people if you're in there, you come get us. We'll come watch as a team, buddy.
All right, bro. Sounds good.
Peace.
Oh, I have 83%. Where's my fucking? Oh. Sorry, I'm trying not to show me smoking a cigarette on live, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'm having a drunk dart. I'll admit it. I don't give a fuck. Quartier International. Whatever the fuck that means. Where are we going? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. Oh, this is a parking station. Station Mall. I don't want to do that. I do want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, excuse me. That fucking pansy passed out. Is there a McDonald's open around here? What street are we on? Is anybody from Montreal here? Is there a fucking McDonald's near Francois Xavier? Saint Francois Xavier? Is there a fucking McDonald's near here? Anybody that's around the area? If there is anybody, I could go for a fucking good Big Mac right now. Can't even lie. I'll walk there. I don't give a fuck. Speak your French? Je suis ne parle pas de français. I don't speak French. Knock, knock, motherfuckers! No, there's no tweakers here, actually. I've only seen one tweaker since we've been here. And that's fucking rare for a city. You know what I mean? You only see one tweaker per 24 hours that you're in a city. That's fucked. That's a fucking rare occurrence. You know what I mean? It's clean here. It's fucking clean. I've only seen one person talk to themselves on drugs. Other than that, it's been so clean, which is extremely sad, okay? It's extremely sad to see the condition that some people get into. However, at the same time, I've grown up around that kind of setting, okay? And at the end of the day, it's what you make of your own situation. So it's like, if you decide to go down that route, that's your route. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's your choice, really. That's your choice. I've seen it all happen. My mom is experienced, okay, in the field. I've grown up knowing about this shit. All right? You know what I mean? I've grown up knowing about this shit. I choose not to go down that road. Therefore, it is what it is. However, certain people choose to go down that road. And all the luck to them. However, I've seen the downsides of it. I've seen the downsides of it. I don't need to fake bullshit. It's fucked up, all right? It's fucked up. I'm not going down it. I'm not going down that road. But don't sit there and chirp me because I'm making these accusations, whatever, because I've seen it all. My mom was in this trade for fucking 15 plus years. I've seen it all, okay? I don't give a fuck. I feel bad for you to a certain extent, and then after that, you are responsible for your own choices, and if you continue to go down that road, that's on your own doing. I don't give a fuck if that's your upbringing or whatever. You have a certain time frame where you can make a change, and if you don't do that, it's on you. At the end of the day, that's on you. You continue to play victim, that's what it is. I've seen it all. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel bad anymore. I really don't. I really don't, to be honest with you. Recovery is possible. It's if you want to do it, you can do it. It's really up to the person. But if you want to continue to play victim, I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I do not feel pity for you. I do not, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's up to you. At the end of the day, you have plenty of opportunity, especially nowadays. If you continue to go down the same road, that's on you. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. I don't give a fuck. You cannot guilt trip me into that shit. Facts. I get it. Some people raised in a very unfortunate circumstance. I feel for that. I get that. It's very unfortunate, very shitty. But at the end of the day, you have to stop playing victim at a certain point and make a difference for yourself. And if you don't, that's on you, because a lot of people do. And all the props to them. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and play fucking victim all the time. It's not gonna work. People will not give pity for you. Doesn't fucking matter your circumstance. See what it is, make a change, and do what you can to help progress yourself forward, and that's all you can do. You sit there and play victim, nobody's gonna play pity. You might get it for the first little bit, but after that, that's it. It's over. And really, that only gives you a false sense of hope, and it's like, at the end of the day, that's worse than no hope, you know what I mean? So, fuck it. If you're in that position, work for it, get yourself out of it, and keep moving forward, because at the end of the day, that's all that's going to happen. People aren't going to fucking care about what you're doing. They care about what they're doing. And all you can do is live your best life. But you sitting there taking pity for your own actions, not going to work. It's not going to happen. Not good. Nobody gives a fuck at that point. It's harsh, but it's true. You know what I mean? It's harsh, but it's true. I've learned it. I've learned it the hard way. You want to play victim all you want, whatever. You want to get the attention, whatever it is, even if it's subconscious. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. You got to show that you're putting effort forward towards improving yourself, improving your situation, and then you can start taking into those other thoughts. You know what I mean? But up until then, you're just looking for excuses to keep going down the road that you're going down. And it's like, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm still learning it. I'm not saying I'm flawless at that situation, you know what I mean? I'm not perfect at that. I still know it. But at the same time, I can recognize when it's like, okay, hey, smarten up, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're doing this for the wrong reasons or whatever you like, you know what I mean? Smarten up. That's all you can do. You keep going down that road, and next thing you know, it's fucking, there's nothing there for you. There's nobody there for you. It's very lonely. Not what you want to do. Not what you want to do. It's not smart. Tough love is the only way. That's it. You know, like, you can be very appreciative towards somebody, you can show love, but it's like tough love is its own thing. Sometimes that's what you need to hear. Bad calls. You're better than this. Wake up. Everybody has those moments. You know what I mean? Everybody has those moments. It doesn't matter how good you think you are, how smart you think you are. Everybody has those moments where it's like, hey, somebody else will put you into perspective and put you into place, and you have to acknowledge that. If you do not acknowledge that, you're not going to grow. You're not going to grow, you're not going to learn, and you're not going to advance. Plain and simple. Very, very plain and simple. You will not grow, you will not advance. There will be nothing beneficial towards that. You need to be able to take in other people's inputs and shelter personal feelings aside sometimes, even though it could be tough. And even though you think you could be in the right, like, you need to take in every consideration and just go with it. Because, I mean, I could tell you from countless experiences where it's like I've thought I've been right just through personal experiences, and I've talked to other people that are more experienced in life than I am, and it's like, at the end of the day, they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I sit there, I think I know what I'm talking about, I go for it, I do this, and it's like, 9 times out of 10 they prove me wrong. They were right, they knew exactly what they were talking about. So listen to your elders. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 30s, whatever, listen to your elders, because I guarantee you, even if it seems wrong in your mindset, I guarantee you it's probably the most beneficial and right thing to do for your personal circumstance, because they wouldn't say it if it wasn't that. You know what I mean? Like, they are so fucking wise. And you don't realize that until the older you get, but it's like the advice that you get from your elders, your grandparents, whatever, it's so fucking smart, and you just blow it off because it's like, oh, whatever, like, yeah, that's how it was but it's like, shit doesn't change that much. You know what I mean? Like, the basis, the principle of it all remains relatively the same. So it's like, like, just fucking listen to them. That's what I've grown to learn over the last 2 years. Fucking listen to my elders, listen to my parents, because it's like, I always doubt it, and it always proves me wrong. Like, it's like they always fucking show me up, and it's like, fuck, I think I'm right and I'm not. And they're up, and it's like, fuck, I think I'm right and I'm not. And they're whatever. It's so easy to brush off, but at the end of the day, you go through a fucking live experience, you do whatever, and you see firsthand that said person suggested was actually right and bang on with what they were saying. It's like, hey, you got to start putting more trust in taking a little bit more risk, but at the same time acknowledging where you're at. It's such a fucking game though. Like, whenever we have this conversation within like the friend groups, it's such a hard thing to talk about, because like, it's such a, not an individual situation, but almost like every situation varies so much on the actual person and like their situation, where it's hard to actually, like, you know what I mean? But I can't even describe it right now. Like, it's so hard to describe, but everything is so different. Every situation is so different. Creator, like, in a creator stance, whatever. Like, even if you're in the same area, things are so fucking different. And people look at it at such a face value, like, oh, you set up your phone, you do this, where it's like, it's not that. Like, it's literally not that. There's so much more that goes into it, and people just don't see it, which is fine, because it's like, I don't expect you to see it. Like, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't see it either. You know what I mean? I wouldn't fucking see it either. But you start to experience it, and it's like, hey, this is a horse of its own fucking color here. Like, you know, you might get your, like, a certain amount of freedoms and everything that other people don't get, but you also get a whole other side of reality that other people don't get. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's fucked. You get inputs of fucking, some nights a couple hundred people or whatever. It's like, on an average basis, like, you don't fucking get that shit. And to take that in, especially as somebody who's like still trying to like learn how to like grow and like be a human being in the adult world, and to to take in all of that, it's so fucking hard. Like, even for like the most mentally stable person, that's so fucking hard to do. And then you throw a little bit of like unstableness into that, it's fucked. It's fucked. And then people start fucking making all these accusations, and it's like, fucking relax. Like, you have no idea what it's like to literally grow up in your building years, your forming years as a young adult, in the eyes of 100 or 1,000 people plus. Like, do you know how fucking hard that is? That's fucked. Like, people don't actually get how hard that is to do. Like, that's hard enough to do when you have fucking 3 or 2 friends that you value their opinion on. Now erase that, and there's 100 plus people looking at you on a daily basis, and you're still trying to grow and figure yourself out as a person, and you're getting ridiculed on every decision you make. That's fucked. That's actually fucked. That's sickening. But it's like, I get it. It's the life of social media. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you pick your battles, but it's like, people need to fucking chill on, like, it's not as easy as like, hey, you set your phone up here, like, relax, motherfucker. It's not like that. You have to take into consideration of 100 plus opinions, 100 plus feelings, how people are going to perceive things, how you're going to explain yourself in certain situations. Like, it's so fucked, and people don't get that. People do not get that. It's like, hey, you set your phone up here and you do act like whatever for this amount of time, and it's like, that's not it. Like, yeah, like, at face value, sure, that's it. But like, it goes so much deeper than that. Like, there's so much more interaction and engagement and planning and other shit that goes into that people don't see and don't appreciate, where it's like, fuck off. Like, you don't get it. Like, when we don't feel like presenting ourselves to the people or like to the public or like sharing our life, like, we still have to kind of do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's our job. Like, we need to show you guys the ups and the downs, where it's like, it's such a hard thing to explain, but it's like, we don't get that like 2-day break or whatever. Like, even when you're not working, you're working. You're thinking about shit. You're doing this. You're worrying about what you might have said on this. Like, you know what like, it's so much deeper than what other people realize. And it's like, give us a break. You know what I mean? Give us a little bit of a break, because it's like, our entire life almost is documented on video, and we're still going through like our growing years. So like, that's fucked. You know? Like, that's fucked. That's exhausting. That's a hell of a lot of inputs to throw into one, where it's like, most people were like it's just fucked. Like, you can't compare our situation to your own personal situation, because it's way different. It's way fucking different. It might be similar in some aspects, but it's way fucking different. And it's like, I'm not even looking for like what's it called? encouragement. I'm just saying like how it is. Like I'm just saying straight up how it is. Like it might look like, yeah, we're always having a good time. We get to travel or do whatever we want, but it's like at the same time, like you don't realize the amount of stress and like pressure that you face trying to please a bunch of people. And don't take this the wrong way, okay? Don't take this the wrong way, because I do not mean it in the wrong way. But now imagine to try and please a bunch of people, but transform that into women, okay? And I mean that in the most sincere kind of way. But it's like, it's such a tough fucking thing to do. Especially when you add fucking hundreds of them into it, because everybody has such a different input into what you're doing and everything. Like, give us a fucking break. We're fucking 23, okay? We're fucking 23. Still learning and trying to figure out life. Fuck off, okay? If we fuck up, let us know and then fuck off. Because we know. We don't need to fucking hear it 5 times in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't help anybody. That really doesn't help anybody. You as a viewer, you bringing that up that much doesn't help anybody. The creator, nobody. Nobody wants to fucking see that shit that much. You see it, if it's acknowledged once, drop it. Because it's like, okay, you already know it's in their mindset. You keep bringing that up, it's fucking horrible. All right? It's fucking horrible. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, we don't need that shit. We already deal and like I said before, what we deal with might be very minor compared to what other people deal with, but at the same time, everybody's kind of like situation impacts them differently, okay? So it's like if I'm in a certain situation and I feel super stressed about it, and it's like you might be in a worse situation, it doesn't mean like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like we could still be feeling the same kind of stress. So it's like, fuck off with trying to distribute that kind of your own kind of stress onto somebody else. Figure it out, do it, deal with it, and keep it going. Because it's like we're all just trying to fucking figure it out and keep going. We don't need to fucking do this shit. We don't need to do this shit. It's fucking stupid. It's sloppy. It's fucking stupid. It causes so much unnecessary bullshit. It's dumb. Also, I saw this on Twitter very briefly before whatever. I don't even know the full extent of it, but from what I saw from the tweet, if you sent a fucking DM to Will because of a car that was sitting in his fucking driveway, grow the fuck up, you piece of shit. You are actually a child. Imagine sitting there and sending a DM to somebody, oh, there's a car in your driveway. Are you fucking stupid or what? Are you dumb? You motherfucker. Holy fuck, that's so bad. Like, you should actually be embarrassed of yourself. I'm not even gonna lie. You should actually be embarrassed of yourself. Because that's fucking horrible. That is childish and a half. Like, that is fucked. That's fucked. That's actually I saw that and I actually giggled to myself. I'm like, no way an actual adult human being did that shit. There's no chance. But apparently it did happen. And that's fucked. You should be embarrassed of yourself. I'm not even gonna lie. I will straight up say that any day of the week. You should thoroughly be embarrassed of yourself if you start sending messages like that. That's fucked up. Mind your own fucking business, alright? We're fucking 23 years old. If he has somebody at his house, it's none of your fucking business. Like, what the fuck? Who do you think you are? What the fuck? Are you dumb? That's fucked. I need to get that out of my system because I saw that tonight and I'm like, that's actually fucked. That's actually fucked up. You're actually dumb if you think you have the right to sit there and start sending out DMs because a random car sitting in the... Like, you're fucking stupid. You are actually fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck. You're dumb. You suck as a human being. You suck as a human being. I don't care what your reasoning is for it, whatever. You suck as a human being. That's fucked. That is fucked. That violates so many like, that's so fucked up. If somebody ever did that to my house, holy fuck, I would make a mission to find out who you were and dox you. Because I don't give a fuck. That is such a violation of privacy. Fuck off. You're a piece of shit. Alright, I got it out. I'm done now. But you're a piece of shit. If you're watching, fuck you. You suck. I don't even care. I'll stand up, like, I'll face all the backlash I need to face for that. I don't give a fuck. You're actually fucked up if you do that shit. Like, you're actually fucked up. And I will stand by that statement until the day I die. If you do that kind of shit, you're fucked up. You're sick. No, there's no excuse for that. There really isn't. Like, there is no legitimate excuse that you could send for that. That's just straight downright fucked up. That's fucked up. Even if it, like, and which I'm sure people could find out wherever, like, whatever. That is such a violation of privacy. Okay? Put yourself in our shoes, okay? Now imagine somebody pulling up in your driveway or whatever and sitting there and waiting for you to come outside or do whatever you gotta do. Just, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. Think of it that way. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? Because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And you just fail to, like, I'm not, like, I don't know. But it's like, do you really think that's okay? Pulling up to somebody's house and sitting there and waiting for them to come out, to approach them? Like, I get you love them, this and that, but it's like, like, what the fuck? Did your common sense go out the fucking window or what? Like, what the fuck? You really think sitting outside somebody's fucking house, sitting there in their driveway or whatever, whether it's a business property or not, sitting there waiting for, like, do you not think that's a fucking issue? Do you not see the fucking problem with that? Are you crazy? I'd fucking snap. If I looked out my window and I saw that, I would immediately call 911. I don't give a fuck. I would immediately call 911. Because that's a fucking privacy issue. That's a fucking issue. You need to fucking reconsider your thoughts there. Because that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You can't do that shit. You cannot do that shit. I don't give a fuck. You cannot do that shit. I don't care how much you love whatever. You cannot do that kind of shit. That invades so much fucking privacy. It's not even funny. And it's like we notice it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we might not always bring attention to it, but we notice that kind of shit. So it's like when you start doing that, like, fuck. Like, it makes you look silly. It does. It makes you look silly. I'm not even speaking on specific circumstances, okay? I'm just speaking in a general term because I know all of this shit has happened over the course of the last couple years. And it's just like, enough's enough. Like, stop this shit, all right? It might not have happened for a little bit, but it's like, at the end of the day, it still happened numerous amounts of times, and just stop. There's a certain way to go about things, but creeping where somebody lives and stalking their location and doing whatever, that's not it. That's not the way to do it. I get you might like somebody, you might love them, you want to support them, but doing that kind of shit is not the way to do it. And at the end of the day, it's really only going to repel that creator or whatever to just not want to pay attention to you, really, at the end of the day. Like, they won't give a fuck, because that's just fucked up. Just saying. But my rant's over now, okay? Nobody was stalking anybody. I'm just saying, as a general term, because I've seen this on Twitter the last couple nights, whatever. I've seen different shit being posted. And it's just like, fuck off, okay? Like, we're in our mid-20s now. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to be playing fucking telephone or whatever the fuck kind of game it is you think you're playing. Like, it's just stupid. It's stupid. It's immature. There is absolutely no fucking rhyme or reason that a 22 or 23-year-old or anything in that range should be telling you how to think or how to act. It's just, it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. And I'm not like saying this on a general basis, because I know on a very general term, it's not like that, but there are people who are like that. So it's like, I am going to say it for the odd few that are like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, stop. Just stop. Okay? Just stop. We love you. Okay? We appreciate you. But you do not need to stalk us out or do whatever to say, hey, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just send a simple message, hey, we're in there, whatever, you know, like, maybe we will meet up with you and take a picture or whatever. But if you sit there and you stalk us out, we're going to have a very sour fucking reaction. I promise you I will. I guarantee you I will. If you ever approach me in that sense, I promise you I'll have a very sour reaction. I can't guarantee you anybody else, but I promise you my group of people, we will. 100%. So I'm just trying to say, at the end of the day, there's a time and a place for everything. We appreciate your support. We love meeting you. Don't get me wrong. We fucking love meeting you. We love meeting you. But there's a time and a place to do it, okay? If you sit there, and I, like, personally, I've never had an issue with it, but I know Will has. If you sit outside of his house and you try and approach it in that manner, you're fucking done. Like, you're a loser. Honestly, at the end of the day, you're a loser. And I won't back down from saying that. I will literally, if I ever was at Will's and you pulled up and you tried to get a picture and you were sitting there, I would straight up say no to your face and call you a fucking loser. Because I don't give a fuck, because you are. If you do that kind of shit, you're a fucking loser. Don't care. Don't care. Now, you approach it in a proper and appropriate kind of manner, we will love to take a picture with you or do whatever. You know what I mean? But you come up to us like a fucking degenerate, we'll treat you like one. We don't give a fuck, okay? And I can speak for Will in that sense too. He doesn't give a fuck. So, if there's something to take away from this, it's a time and a place for everything. If you want to, if you see us out in public, just be civil. Be like, you know, be normal. Hey, you're like, you know, like, we don't bite. We're not scared. Like, we're very welcoming. But you come up to us with a certain approach, you're gonna get a certain response back, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, I'm just saying, that's how it is. Please, going forward, if we are out and about or we're doing anything, please respect us in a very appropriate manner or whatever, because I promise you we will show you the same respect back. But if you come up to us like a bunch of like we're a piece of meat and you get a sour response, honestly, you fucking deserve it. Honestly, at the end of the day, you deserve it. So that's just it. That's my rant, all right? Just treat us like actual human beings. We have feelings, okay? We're still fucking growing as fucking teenage guys. Like, we're still early 20s. Like, fuck off. We're still early 20s. We're gonna make so many mistakes. Just let us live. Let us make our mistakes. And just fuck off. Like, really, like, just let us make our mistakes. Like, don't bombard us. Like I said, we are more than willing to meet all of you in person and to connect with you, but like I said, there's a time and a place to do it. Just be respectful. That's all I'm saying. Just be respectful. It'll make a difference. We will appreciate it. You'll get a hell of a lot further than if you just showed up. You know what I mean? Just be respectful. We're people too. We still have feelings. You know what I mean? So, I just needed to say that. It needed to be said. Yeah, well, Will's got a much more difficult situation than I do. Like, when it comes down to reading comments or responding to comments, it's much more difficult for him to do that. For me, it's definitely way easier to call out people on their bullshit and everything because it's like I see more of it and it's easier to see. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I still let Will know about certain people's bullshit, you know what I mean? If you're sitting there causing a ruckus, I make sure it's fucking known, all right? So if you sit there and you think, oh, whatever, like, don't you worry, okay? We all fucking know about your little rat ass, okay? So, fuck off, and we know. We might not engage with everything, but we see a lot, all right? We see a lot. And like I said, like, I'm not calling out everybody, obviously. I'm not calling out everybody. But for the odd person here or there that happens to be in this live and they might think that way, like, don't do it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. For the odd person, don't fucking do it. That's just as plain and simple as I can put it. Just don't do it. And I could speak on so many people's behalf when it comes down to this. Like, it's the most annoying thing. I don't have any. So you guys talk about us randos. What a fucker, eh? Yeah, no, I had to bring it up because it was like it's been grinding my gears for the last little bit, and it's like, fucking give us a break, man. Like, fuck. We dedicate so much of our life being online, holding our phone up, and I get it's a personal choice, whatever. But it's like, fuck. A lot of these fucking judgments are so cruel. So fucking cruel. It's like, imagine that was your daughter, alright? Imagine that was your daughter and you're saying that same fucking kind of bullshit about your daughter online. Yeah, that probably made your stomach fucking turn. If it's one of you. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that kind of shit. Like, it's so fucking silly. So fucking silly. Imagine somebody sitting there judging you on your life going through college or university. Holy fuck. Imagine that. Because I've heard the stories from my parents through university, and holy fuck, it makes what we do look so fucking minuscule. So for you to sit there and judge what we do is fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's like, how do you even fucking get there? What? It's not even on the same fucking level of some of the shit that used to go on. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the fuck? And you're sitting there fucking bitching at us for fucking breathing improper. Suck my fucking dick. I'm done now. Je suis fini. So, how's the weather? It's actually great. I'm not even gonna lie. The weather's great. I'm feeling quite comfortable right now in my fucking sweater. I just can't believe I'm going up to the fucking room right now and Kuhn's out cold. What a fucking pussy. What a pussy. This guy's fucking snoozing so hard right now. And he was sitting there chirping me the whole night. Hey, over there. He's out cold. He's fucking snoozing, this guy. He has been for the last fucking hour. Fucker. I need to go. He'll be up at 6. I know, he will be up at 6. And that's what's fucked. Because you know what? I won't be up at 6. I'm going to tell him to go eat a bag of dicks. Go work out. Because I'm not fucking getting up. No chance. No fucking way. Are you nuts? Fuck that. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I'll wake up at like, I'll work out in the afternoon, you know what I mean? But like in the fucking ass crack of the morning hours, fuck no. And that's where this guy fucking wakes up. It's fucked up. He doesn't even close the blinds either. He just leaves the blinds fucking wide open, fucking sun staring right in your fucking face. It's bright as shit. It sucks. I'm gonna close those cocksuckers tonight before I go to bed. Fuck that. I'm gonna beat him at his own game before he even fucking gets up. Fuck that. That shit's crazy. That's fucking crazy. This guy doesn't even close the blinds. Sick fuck. What a sick fuck. Who doesn't close the blinds? Who goes to bed in the fucking absolute dawn of the morning? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh, fuck it. Crazy. That's what I'm saying. Fucking crazy. Unique. He is unique, yeah. We do need separate rooms. I agree. But that's more money, and I'm not about that. Fuck that. I'll just suffer. I'll just close the blinds before I go to bed. Fuck them. You won't think about it. Fuck them. Excuse me, sorry. That one just slipped out the sail though. I have heavy curtains. In our bedroom, no light. Ooh, that sounds very nice. You need an eye mask? I do. And Jess, good night. Good night. Changed the time on his alarm. If I knew the passcode to his phone, I actually would. I swear to God. I actually would. You need some Fanta Orange. I have some in my fucking gym bag, actually. So you don't want us coming to Quebec to pop? You're so funny. I did spend most of the day with you. You are correct. You are correct there, Christine. Where are you and who are you with? Oh, I'm with Jay Kuhn and we're in Quebec. Quebec. We are in Quebec. Draw on his face. Don't draw on my face. Oh, man. Oh, man. Nikki, I hope you enjoy Vegas. Have a great time. Is Josh still in here? Josh? Oh, he is. Where's Kuhn? He's fucking snoozing. Okay, ladies. We are gonna call it a night here though, okay? We're gonna call it a night here. We will be back tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. As always, ladies and gentlemen, a good night. Have a great day tomorrow. And as always, I love you. Bye. Adios, senoritas and muchachos.